Well, welcome to this episode of Keepin' It Real in Business, Body, and Life. My name is Tracy Vallejos, and we'll always take a look at your business holistically, giving you those business fundamentals that you need to be able to set up a successful business, but also taking care of your body and well-being so that you have the energy and mental capability to be able to give to your business self and perhaps your family. And then life. What are those simple fundamentals that you can do each and every day, and those practices that keep your mental well-being strong and your business even stronger? Now, in this particular episode, here we are, it's during the holidays. So I have a very special guest speaker. Her name is Dr. Worden. Dr. Worden is a world-renowned doctor and naturopath. She speaks all around the globe, and she's going to be here with us today to help us and be able to thrive during the holidays. As I like to say, keep our sanity. She's going to share tips on not only how to be able to thrive and keep our sanity during the holidays, but in the kitchen. What are simple things that we can do to lose weight? Yes, I just said even release some of those pounds if we want to. But most importantly, she's going to talk about those simple tips that we keep our body strong. And then I'm going to share with you something that I've been teaching for years now, and that is how to be able to eliminate, delegate, and diminish some of these tasks during the holidays that can get you bogged down, because I want you focused on your business and family and enjoying the holidays. So I'm looking forward to sharing this episode with you. Well, in this segment of Body, and more encompassing your well-being, we're going to take a look at thriving through the holidays and really maybe even losing weight through the holidays.
That's right. Not just thrive. We're going to lose during the holidays.
I mean, that's a little unheard of, to be perfectly honest with you. But you know me, I mean, it's so important to be able to keep your sanity through the holidays, keep your energy up so you have time to give to yourself, your business, and your family. So I do have someone very special with me. I have known Dr. Worden now for nearly 4 years, and she is absolutely incredible. She's an award-winning doctor. She speaks globally all over the world. She does live broadcasts, television, works with other doctors. I seriously can't say enough about how amazing this woman is.
Thank you, Tracy.
And she gave up her valuable time to be here, so I know you really want to be able to hear what she has to say. But I would like for you to expand a little bit more, Dr. Worden, a little bit more about what you do and kind of what we're going to share today with our audience.
I appreciate that. So I'm excited to be here. And Tracy, the reason why I'm here is because of you. You're passionate, you're honest, you're heartfelt. And so, yes, I want to support those. And your listeners, I know, are learning to love you and to trust you.
Thank
so
you.
I appreciate being here. So as a naturopathic medical doctor, I am licensed to do both systems of medicine. I can prescribe medicines, but I can do alternative as well. But I study a lot in Europe, and they are far ahead of us in many areas of medicine. So I tend to bring things that aren't quite here yet, get them FDA registered. They are natural. We always want to go that route first and look for the root of the problem in patients. And I like research. I design and conduct research and do many other things. But I'm passionate about what I do as well.
She is definitely passionate and amazing. So, Dr. Worden, we met a couple weeks ago, and we really talked about, what we wanted to share today, because there's so many topics that we could choose. Right. But here we are, it's November, right? It's the holidays, right? I always say that time between Halloween and New Year's Day can really be a struggle. I mean, how many of you may still be putting your hand in the candy dish from Halloween, right?
Probably most, yeah.
And I used to stress out every year about thinking to myself, oh, this year, I'm just going to maintain, or I'm going to lose weight. It's going to be different this year, right?
Yeah.
So we really talked about not only maintaining, because I was happy to maintain, okay, But Dr. Warden was like, no, I want to share how you could actually lose weight during the holidays.
And still enjoy it.
And the key word is enjoy it.
Right.
So
right.
if you would, I'd love to have you start sharing.
Yeah, so I think that we start thinking, everybody says, okay, I'll do it after the holidays. The average American, I thought it would be more, but it's only about 2 pounds a year. But think about this, if you do 2 pounds every year over the holidays and that continues to go up over the years, now we've got a problem. So it's not that hard, even if you're extremely overeating, if you're doing all these things, 2 pounds we can lose. But the problem is you're changing your metabolism, now it's harder to lose it. So I tell patients, listen, write down your days. Is it Thanksgiving? Is it Hanukkah? Is it Christmas? Where's your time period? You have company coming and you know on those days, you know what? Enjoy yourself. Now, the problem is your body's not used to that, because we're going to talk about the pre-program. So it's not used to it, so you need to take digestive enzymes and other things to help you process this other food that you've been avoiding before the holidays, right?
Yeah.
But there's no reason to go to Thanksgiving dinner and say, oh, I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have that, unless you've got a real reason not to have that, right? So if you start a program, and I like the ketogenic diet, it's high fat, it's yummy, it's low protein, you lose weight very quickly. And because it's already high fat, when you switch into cheating, which would be your carbs and your sugars, there may be a little bit of weight gain in that time period, but your body will revert very quickly back into that fat burning mode after the holidays. So I say you start now, November, get to know the ketogenic, at least do a modified ketogenic diet, lose some weight now. Lose some weight now, just a little bit, not a lot. Don't starve yourself, and fasting is a fantastic way. Do a little water fast and get yourself into ketosis, lose some weight now. The other thing is give away your, if you're the cook and it's in your kitchen, those leftovers, that's gonna kill you. Now it's going to be weeks before you're still eating this and that. So give those away, send them to everybody else.
Yes.
Enjoy it, but give away those leftovers.
No
There's
hand
a
in the
lot of
cookie jar.
That's right. Get back on the program and give yourself dates, put it in your calendar, and there is no sliding. That's the problem. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow never
or
comes.
next month or next week. Right. So drop dead date. I'm back on my healthy eating habit, whether it's Mediterranean diet, whatever it is that's been working for them. And it won't be that hard. Take a walk after you eat those big meals, burn it off, get the whole family together. You still visit. What do? After we eat all those big meals, sit around and complain about how miserable and how full we are, right? And it's like, no, get up, move, do it, have some fun together. So there's a lot of ways to burn that back off and get the little pieces, those, especially those leftovers. That's a whole nother week of overeating. Or eating the wrong things.
Absolutely. Get rid of the leftovers. Like I said, the hand in the cookie jar, really huge, right? You open up the refrigerator, we think it's going to be okay, and then we lift up the tin foil, saran wrap, whatever it is, and just have a bite. How many of you have had a bite and the next thing you know it's half a pan?
That's right.
Not that I've ever done it before.
Yeah, right.
But I wanted to ask you, because our audience may not be familiar with the ketogenic diet.
Yes.
And I know I myself have just gotten myself familiar because of Dr. Warden. And I hadn't shared this with you. I've even been able to drop 5 pounds.
Not that you really needed to. You look fantastic, but that's good. You'll feel better. There's other benefits. It's not just a weight loss.
Oh, not a weight loss. Can I tell you, I'm sleeping better?
Yep.
My energy and mental fog, that's really huge, right? All of us are looking for that, our energy and mental fog. That's why we're here today. Yes. We know as business owners and entrepreneurs, we want you to be able to have that energy and to be able to give to your business. But I'm sorry, what I wanted to really ask Dr. Warden is, help maybe perhaps our audience, what are some things for breakfast? Like what are maybe some resources that they could go to learn more? Because it was a big deal. I had to do a lot of research. What is it? How do I start applying it? Would you mind sharing?
I think the easiest way, it's a website, and I've checked it out, and the researchers that are in the ketogenic world, we've all talked about it. We think he's doing a good education job. It's free. Ruled, RULED.me. Ruled.me does a nice job of educating what it is in a nutshell. Ketogenic is high fat, lower protein, no carb, no sugar. But you're not craving the carbs and the sugars because you have high fat. Your body switches from taking the fuel full of fat and sugar, and it says that I don't have that around anymore. What's my next thing to burn? It burns fat, and that's why you can lose quickly. The other thing about it is that I have my cancer patients, it's metabolic theory of cancer. Cancer's only fuel is sugar. It's all it eats. Right. Why wouldn't you go through at least 6 weeks every once in a while, starve out any cancer cells that may be potentially going through your body? Yeah. So it works to shrink tumors. It's a lot of research going on in the cancer world with it. Also with your super soldiers. So Dr. Dominic D'Agostino is funded by the Department of Defense. Yes. He's a wonderful, wonderful person, but they came to him, Department of Defense, and said, for our super soldiers, and these are the Navy SEALs, these are the rebreathers of the Navy SEALs with the going under, and NASA, the astronauts, what is the healthiest diet? What makes them think better, keep their brain, have the energy, not lose muscle because you're on a diet and losing the wrong thing.
Right.
How do you let them burn fat, have energy, and all these things? Isn't that what we all want?
It is.
Right? So it's the same diet, whether you want to lose weight, you want to prevent or treat, helping to treat cancer, or you're a super soldier and you're an athlete and you want to be at the top of your game. Yeah. Business owners need to be at the top of their game.
You need to be top of your game.
And it's yummy because it's fat.
Good.
You get fat. You say for breakfast, and I say you can have a bulletproof coffee. That means coffee with butter and the medium chain triglyceride coconut oil in it, right? Or you can have bacon and eggs. I don't love eating a lot of pork for a lot of reasons. However, bacon and eggs, right? Yeah. So you go back to an avocado with everything. Your hardest thing to do is to get enough fat. So you're having to put olive oil, coconut oil, you're putting it in your app, you're tracking, right? Yes. What percentage, and you're at the end of the day and you're like, I need some more fat. Yeah, so that's great. And there's yummy recipes with sweeteners that are natural, that are not true sugars. Yeah. So you get a little bit of that sweetness, and you can make chocolate things and all kinds of, there's a bunch on the internet now.
There is.
At the beginning there wasn't.
So much.
Now you can find as much as you want on a ketogenic diet. Yeah. But from a health perspective, great way to do it. And I say if you don't love it, if you're not able to stay in it more than 6 weeks, okay. Jump back out, jump back in. Yeah. But during the holidays, perfect time because your body's used to the fat. Now you can have the gravy on the, on the turkey. And if you don't really love stuffing, then don't do it, right? But if you do, enjoy it that day. Digestive enzymes before you eat, though.
I'm a big component of digestive enzymes. And definitely of course I get mine from Dr. Warden, but I'm a huge proponent and she knows it, right? Yeah. I send my son to her office. I'll be honest, we won't go into that. They all know him, right? Because I have to get my supplements.
That's right.
But it makes a big difference. But I do want to say to Dr. Warden's point, I didn't really start ketogenics to lose weight. Right. As women, come on. Who doesn't want to?
Have a few pounds of fat somewhere.
Right, somewhere. Come on, let's be honest. However, it really was for my health and well-being. Right. And I'm being serious about that. What you said, when it comes to shrinking tumors, cancer, longevity of life. There were years I used to think to myself, oh my gosh, if I could just get to 65 and retire, good for me. And what I realized is that I wanted quality of life. That's right. I was watching so many people around me at 65 work so hard and didn't take care of themselves. And then they couldn't do all those things that they put off.
When they finally got to that point, financially to that point, then they're too ill to enjoy it.
That's right.
So we've got 80 and 90-year-olds doing ketogenic diet. We're feeling great because their brain needs fat. We need fat. You make hormones from fat. All the things that we need more of. Fat's a good guy, but now we should good fats, right?
That's right.
Good fats. Although I will say, if you need more fat and you're going to get a steak, you're better off. You should be getting the ribeye, not the lean cut. So that's why it's kind of yummy. Kind of yummy. Yeah.
I'm not a red beet eater, but still.
And if they are, and once in a while, that's okay.
That is interesting.
You get the fatty, more of that. Like the hamburger. You don't get the 80-20. You want a 90-30. You want as much fat as you possibly can.
Yeah. So I have to share.
Not that I'm a proponent of animal fats that much, but
realistically, we know some viewers out here, right? We want to be realistic for you.
That's right.
It's not about being perfect.
That's right.
Not at all. It's about just making simple upgrades, right? Starting to shove out some things, but add in, most importantly, and just upgrading.
But if you eat high fat and sugar and carbs, you're going to gain weight. You've got to either do it or don't do it.
Yeah.
So that is the thing about the ketogenic. You really have to do it correctly.
Yeah. So. And I have to share one thing. What I love that she said, that we're going to have to kind of wrap it up with this because I just want to reiterate this. It's when he said, you know what? Here we are. We start making these upgrades just like I did. It took me, a little bit, but oh my gosh, I feel fantastic.
Yep.
But when he said, here we are, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, we got some few holidays out there and parties too. We know it.
That's right.
However, if we eat those carbs and go back on it quickly, I heard her say, how'd you say, your metabolism quickly turns back on.
Right, it will with the ketogenic. And the fastest way to get back there is fast. After the holidays, do a water fast. Now, I would say if you have medical issues, you've got to be careful with that and make sure you're under doctor's care. But if not, doing a day or two of water fast, fantastic. You can go 4 days. You can go a month without food, but you can't without water. Yeah. So the water fast is a good way to kickstart that metabolism back into a fat burning mode.
I like that.
Into ketosis, yeah.
I like that.
So we can do it. Let's say enjoy it, and then I'm going on a fast. Yeah, and by that time you're ready. You're like, I'm sick of the food. I don't want anything else.
Oh my
gosh. So it's easier to do. It's easier to do.
Absolutely. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here. Super excited. Like I said, she is so busy. She spent the entire day yesterday recording 7 live shows, I think. I mean, I
think it was 9, actually. 9? I think about it. That's okay. That's okay.
However, what I'm really excited about, if you don't mind, is she's even agreed to come back next month and is going to talk to us a little bit. We just want to tee up next month and what we're going to be discussing, because this is super exciting as well. So
you tee it up. You're better at telling them. You go ahead.
I really believe a lot of things. Something I've always said is, yes, what's on the end of your fork is really important.
That's right. Yeah.
But what you feed your mind is even more important. And I truly believe people have asked me in life, how did you get through? So Dr. Warren has been working on a lot of studies and what you feed your mind, to be honest, and what that looks like and how it truly changes your life.
And that the placebo effect is real and how that affects our body and our own chemicals. Your own pharmacy is the best. How do we tap into your own pharmacy? And that's the piece that I'm excited to share.
Yeah, so tune in next month. We're gonna have Dr. Warren back again and really helping you again take your business to the next level so you can be the best version of yourself possible. And again,
you keep listening to Tracy. She's on it. She's got it. She's saying the right things.
Oh, and thank you, Dr.
You're
Warren,
welcome.
for being here.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Well, in this episode of Life, we're going to talk about how to be able to survive during the holidays. Or perhaps I should even say, or dare I say, thrive through the holidays. Now listen, this is the time of year of stress. You know me, I like to be able to keep it real. And so what I really want us to do is set the tone of what the next, 6, 7 weeks look like in the holidays? Because here's what's important to me. During this time, I see so many business owners get stressed out over so many things. And then what gets put to the side? Their business, their family. You end up feeling miserable. And so what I wanted to do was really create an activity, matter of fact, years ago, that helped entrepreneurs and business owners take back their life during the holidays so that you kept your sanity. You had the energy to still give to your business and give to your family. And dare I say, perhaps even give yourself a little bit of self-care. So now let's set the scene. Let's think about it. Over the next 6 weeks, what I want you to do is take a piece of paper out. So if you haven't already, perhaps you want to put it on pause, but take a piece of paper out because we really need to set the tone and the scene. What are the things that we're going to do during the holidays? What I like to do is have the paper set into 3 different categories. Think about what are those family traditions that you do each and every year, right? Do you put 4 Christmas trees up? Do you, go shopping the day after Thanksgiving? Do you do 100 different cards you fill out? Do you make 12 dozen cookies? No matter what that is, it doesn't matter. Think about your friend traditions. Do you do a cookie exchange? Do you buy for one another? Do you attend parties? What is that you do? And then I also like to put personal responsibilities, right? Are you the one that has to do all the shopping, all the gift wrapping, all those things that come with the holidays? Now listen, I'm not trying to say any of these things are bad, but I really want you to set the tone and the scene of all these different things that you have. Because then what I want you to do is I want you to go back and read each one and see how does it make you feel. Not how it's supposed to make you feel, right? Because it's supposed to make you feel happy, right? It's the holidays. We're supposed to love all of it. But authentically, How do you feel? Are you getting that knot in your stomach a little bit like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to do this? But are those things that make you smile? I have to tell you, for me, like I love baking wine cakes. It is something I will do all day in the kitchen. I like to bake like normally 36 wine cakes. I love giving them as gifts, and that's a big deal. And I always put a little smiley face by it. However, what I realized over the years is that I would always send out all these handwritten cards, and I love it, right? Who doesn't love a card? But then I'd have to what? Go find the perfect card. Oh my gosh, it would take me stores to find the perfect card. Then I would have to sit down, and I thought I would have to write a little personalized note to each person because that's just who I am, and perhaps that's who you are as well. So now I'm trying to find the perfect card. I'm trying to get the cards filled out. I'm trying to get them all addressed, and oh yeah, now I need to get to the post office too. Sometimes they would sit on my desk for a week before I could even get to the post office. I realized that that was something that wasn't bringing me as much joy. So I'm going to talk about how I was able to change something like that into something a little more joyful so that I could manage my energy and stress and that wasn't bringing in negativity in my life. Because again, I still needed to be able to run my business and definitely give to my friends and family, and remember, to yourself. So after you do that, I want you to be able to sit down, go through all those things, and then what I want you to do is take out another sheet of paper, okay? And here's what I would do. All of a sudden, I realized that I needed to be able to learn how to delete things out of my life, right? We've talked about saying no before in our business section, and setting boundaries and doing things that serve us well. I'm gonna ask you to do the same thing here. And we're gonna talk about what can we delete perhaps that's not serving us well through the holidays. What could we delegate? Yes, we don't have to say yes to everything. And what are some of the things perhaps we could diminish down? And we take a serious look at this. I will tell you, this has shifted the way I look at the holidays. It has shifted the way so many have now come back to me and said, Tracy, this has made such an impact. So for me, I'm going to share with you some personal examples. I have literally kept this example in a folder now for probably the last 4 years of teaching this. And some of the things that I ended up deleting, there were parties that I realized I cannot be out every single night. I had to start saying no and say, I'm sure you can appreciate, but right now, I am just overcommitted with everything going on. You know, could we get together after the holidays for lunch? These are some of the things I would do. The holiday cards. I realized that just sending a message out, you know, maybe through email or doing something else, reaching back out to them was a little something I could do different. So what could you delete that it's gonna be okay? Nothing, the earth isn't gonna, fall, nothing's gonna happen, but what can I delegate? Some of the things I had to start, right? I would spend all night gift wrapping. How many of you done this? Literally, I would take off the day of work. I would sit in the middle of the floor. I'd wrap all those gifts. I'd stay up all night. And I realized that, hey, I could start delegating. I let the kids start wrapping things, right? I allowed at the time my husband to start wrapping some of these gifts. And I was okay with it. You know, it was even to the point where I would always have the holidays at my house. I thought I had to absolutely cook all the food. And I realized I could start delegating and asking people to bring things, that it was okay. I started delegating, how about decorating? Oh, I thought I had to do it all myself. Well, everything had to be perfect. I knew exactly which room I wanted what color theme, what was going on. And I was like, no, I don't need to do that. The kids can decorate. Let them put up their favorite things. Let it go. I was bringing this stress on me. Nobody else was doing it. This was big. Okay, I would love to be able to hire a house cleaner. Now, this is something I've always thought to myself I wanted to do, but I have no idea why I don't. But you know what I do at the holidays? Every holiday, I have someone come in and they do a deep cleaning on the house. I'm like, you know what? This is a gift to myself. This is that self-care that you need to be able to do. Now, how about diminish? So I will be honest with you. Some of the things, I just talked about cards. I would send e-cards over cards. I also started getting gift bags instead of wrapping. Boy, tell you what, gift bags are pretty inexpensive today. You can definitely be able to do that. And this was huge for me. I thought I had to have 4 trees up in the house, all different themes. I started putting up half the decorations. I will tell you, the first year that I did this, my skin did crawl because I thought, no way, I can't believe it. Guess what? The house is beautiful. The holidays were perfect. I put up half the decorations. You know what I ended up doing as well is giving several tubs to the Goodwill to somebody who actually needed the decorations over myself. But I'm just sharing with you, it is simple tips. I want these episodes to be for you so that you manage these things in your life. Again, you know how important it is that I help you and being able to give to your business, yourself, and your family. Take a look at the holidays this year. I ask you to take a serious look at some of these things and definitely put these practices in place. I look forward to next month and sharing some more ideas on how you can keep your energy up and managing your sanity through the holidays.